the school program now uses a block schedule. And I'd like you to comment on what you think are the advantages or disadvantages of that, and whether you think that it should be revisited. And we'll start with Mr. Chandler.
Well, it's all for you. I guess the obvious advantage of the block schedule is that you get another class during the day, or during the school year. You have an opportunity to have 8 classes, 8 subjects, where on the other schedule it would have been 7. So that's the advantage, and that certainly gives students more opportunities to take electives, extracurricular. The disadvantage to me, and I've been on both sides of this issue, the disadvantage is, well, one certainly is that you've got a fourth of the building that's not engaged in learning because the teachers have a classroom, and so you have to spend more money on facilities because of the planning period each day. You lose some continuity from one term to the next because you don't have it for a year. On the other hand, that is pretty much what you have in college, so in that regard, it does prepare children who are going on to college for the semester type environment that they're about to enter.
Ms. Horowitz.
I think that Brian's done a good job of outlining the advantages and disadvantages to the system. What I would like to see us do is invite comments from the parents and the teachers and the students who live in that system every day. And I think thus far the board hasn't adequately done that. They don't reach out, their website's not updated, you can't get email notices, the board agenda is not printed in the newspaper. These day-to-day types of issues that affect our students more directly than anyone else in this room really need to invite the comments of the people who are most affected on a daily basis.
Mr. Edwards.
I'd just like to reach out to Mrs. Harvard here. She mentioned some of the things that I've been running against when I'm knocking on doors and stuff. A lot of the parents, they don't have any idea when the board meet, what time they meet. And a lot of them, you know, when they have issues, they don't know exactly who to go to. They don't even know their board member name. So that would be a great opportunity for the community to come out and get to know who their board members are. And so that we can all work as one on this board, so we can address all the questions that the community have concerning their education.
Mr. Lee.
Now, this is one of the things that Mr. Edwards and I don't have the opportunity to have a background in, because we haven't experienced the negatives or the positives of either one of them, whether we continue the block schedule or not. It's one of the things that we're going to have to learn, and we're going to have to make a decision what's going to be the best for the students. And that's what this whole program is about. It's for the students. And when that happens, then we'll know whether we'll, and you can ask me this question again next year, and I'll probably give you a better answer.
Ms. Capps.
Okay, thank you. I believe all programs should be revisited and evaluated. You know, I don't think anything should become in concrete, because things change, children's change, circumstances change. And I do believe we should revisit and look at the block schedule and see if it's working. I think we need to spend a lot more time checking with our teachers to see if they have the proper training to use that time wisely. When we started this many years ago, I was still in the classroom. There was a lot of training going on. A lot of people have retired or gone on to other systems. So I think it's very vital that we keep our teachers up to date with how to handle a block schedule. 98 minutes is a lot of time. I don't think it should be used to do homework. I believe it should be used for instruction. My concern is, again, the training, making sure that it's updating all the time, and, excuse me, I've stopped.
Mr. Lucas.
The block program has some good aspects to it, and one being that
the instructor instructs, teaches, but also a period of engagement, and then follow up with the teacher providing individual instruction for those youngsters. One question I would place out, and I have pondered, is this: students in the 9th grade are expected to enter the advanced diploma track. They're to receive the advanced diploma endorsement. That means they must finish Algebra 2 with trig. I question whether or not our regular children are going to be ready for that if we don't provide them math every day, all year long. Math requires a lot of drill, and you and I know that, and I have begun to ponder if we're going to get those regular kids with that advanced diploma. We need that to raise our bar. Do we need to revisit that for some courses?
Ms. Stewart.
I'm sure the block system has advantages that has been discussed here, but having a child that is actively in that system, I certainly see the disadvantages as well. If it is a motivated child and they have a motivated teacher, the time is used wisely. But some of the classes my daughter has been in, instruction time was about 30 minutes and the remainder of the time was spent playing with iPods and looking at magazines. This was in advanced classes. Also, with the continuity that's been mentioned, my daughter is on a track with Algebra 1A, Algebra 1B. Last fall she had Algebra 1A, this fall 1B, no math in the interim. So I agree with Ms. Duke, especially for math, it is really a detriment. So I think that it may offer more electives, but her elective right now of ceramics at 98 minutes every day for a semester, I think could be used more wisely in another way.
The school system just opened a new magnet school program.